Hello, dear friends. Welcome to the second session in English on the topic Successful Married Life. Today, we are going to look at four kinds of love in our married life and what are its importance. Before I go to the subject, if you are watching my videos for the first time in this YouTube channel, I request you to subscribe my channel and also kindly press the bell icon so that you will be reminded with the new uploadings of my videos. You may also feel free to post your feedback in the comment box, and if you like the video, don't hesitate to share the video with your friends. As I said in the beginning, before we are going to see the four kinds of love in married life, let us briefly understand what is love. Everyone desires to get love, and it is more desirable in the family life than any other area in our society. Love is not a feeling, but we should express it through our actions. Then only it will make sense to the other person. When we see and look around, we see the shortage of expression in our relationship, shortage of love expressions in our relationship. When we compare with the friends in our neighboring countries, we are very limited to express our love with our dear ones. Especially for an example, if you look at the behaviors of our parents and grandparents, they may have deep love in their relationship, but they may not be expressed at all in publicly. So, in one sense, there is no sense if the love not expressed, and also there is no meaning if the knowledge shared. So the same way, if you are not expressing your love with your dear ones, there is no sense for that love. But in family, everyone expected the revealed love. Husband expecting the revealed love of his wife, and wife expecting the revealed love of her husband. And partners are expecting each other every day and every minute, every hour in the relationship, this revealed love. If one not getting this sincerely, they may move away from their partners in their thinking and actions. That is what we see, especially in this present context. When there is no love among partners, that means when they are not expressing, when they are not revealing their love, the gap will increase day by day. And that will end up even maybe in the separation, maybe in the divorce, maybe in their communication, in many areas of their life. So everyone expected to be loved, but to give love, it is very hard. We are expecting everyone should love me, but to give love, it is very hard for us. But when we learn about love, we have to give it without any measurement. There is no measurement point in love, especially in the marriage life or in the family life. When there is shortage of love in family, all other relationship may fail. We see all family problems comes because of the shortage of this love. With this small introduction, let us directly go to the four kinds of love in married life. We said about four Greek words about love. The first Greek word which shows about love, it is eros. It means passionate attraction between a husband and wife. So, or we may say it is a romantic love. According to the Greek mythology, Eros was a Greek god of love or god of sexual desire. So, for our direct understanding, we may say it is a love which is more passionate, and it is a love for the sexual relationship. C.S. Lewis says it is intimately related to sex, but it is not enough to sustain a relationship for a long time in married life. Sex is not enough to sustain a family relationship. Many times it is not only thinking about personal comfort, it is more selfish love. In other way, let us say everyone should love me, I won't love anyone. That is the philosophy of the prostitute. So in that kind of sense, we see the love, eros, or it's a passionate attraction between a husband and wife, or a sexual love. It is important, but it is not only enough to sustain our relationship more stronger and strength. When the partner is attracted to the opposite sex, this will cause discomfort. Doubts automatically will generate doubts, and it will create problems in their family life. So the first Greek word for the love, it is eros, the sexual love or the passionate attraction between a husband and wife. It is not enough to sustain our relationship. It has its own importance, but it is not enough. Secondly, we see the second Greek word, phileo. If eros is the love of the body, phileo, we may say it is the love of the soul, or we may say it is an intellectual love. It may be a brotherly love, or a love between friends, or teacher-student relationship, the love among teacher and student. According to Aristotle, a person can feel phileo towards someone for one of the three reasons: their utility, their pleasantness, their goodness. He says about 3 points. One can feel phileo love towards another person because of the 3 reasons: utility, their pleasantness, and their goodness. If someone express love, we also express by give and take away policy. Or we expect we need to get it by the same amount we give. A kind of business approach we see in this love relationship. We see this kind of love in the friends of prodigal son. We may say prodigal son in Luke chapter 15. But I would like to say the story of a loving or caring or a waiting father. So what happened to the prodigal son? When all his wealth has gone, his friends was moving away from him, and he was desiring to die somehow. At that point, he remembered the love of his father, and he thought to come back. So that love was with expectation of something from his friends. So this is what we see in the case of phileo. Then again, when we move forward, we see the other third kind of love in the Greek word, that is torch. The love among parents and the children's siblings. Or we may say it's a natural and unforced love, sometimes dutiful also. It may not be measurable, and it gives maximum love to your children. And we are unable to measure the love we give to our children. And the love to the parents also. In the Bible, Exodus chapter 20 verse 12 says, the command, the one and only command with a promise: honor your father and mother. In the New Testament, we see Ephesians chapter 6, verse 2, respect your mother and father. Then again it continues, parents, do not provoke children. It goes on. So this love also can be seen in this world, the love between the family members, love among the siblings, love among parents and children. It's many times it's a beautiful, because I love my parents, because I have a feeling of responsibility to take care of my father and mother. So I think it is my duty, or I think it is my responsibility. So that love is also not enough to sustain a family relationship for a long period. So we said eros, phileo, and storge. And we are going to look at the fourth word in Greek which shows about love, that is agape. This is divine love. A sacrificial love, or a love without any expectation, or we may say unconditional or uncomparable love. This is the love every spouse are expected to espouse every day in their life. We may feel sexual attractions from the eros love, and we may have intellectual attractions from the phileo love, and we may have the dutiful and responsibility based love from the storge, but the agape, the very love from the cross, our Savior has shown on the cross by the God is giving by His Son on the cross. This is the love every spouse ought to be exposed every day in their life. Or this is the love we see in the Gospel of John chapter 3 verse 13. God so loved the world, so He gave His only begotten Son to the world. For you and me, that is the love we see through Jesus Christ. What is the specialities of this agape love? Let us look little more detailed way about agape, because it is the love we need to expose every day in our relationship, in our family. So firstly, it is unconcerned with the self and concerned with the greatest good of other. It is unconcerned with self. I am not concerned about myself. I am concerned only about my partner. That is the love, agape. Jesus Christ, the Savior, was not concerned about Himself. He has given the last blood on the cross. Agape, secondly, we see the specialities of the agape love. That is, agape doesn't expect anything return. When we look at our society, everyone expected to get some returns. If I love someone, or if I do some favor to other, I will expect something from him or the other person. But in this case, in the case of agape love, sometimes the other person will do harm against you, but don't care about it. You keep on loving him or her. Do not expect anything in return. So this is what we need to expose in our married life. Then only our marriage will be a successful one in this earth. Thirdly, agape isn't born just out of emotions or feelings or familiarity or any attractions, but from the willful choice of a person. It is from the willful choice of a person. I am getting into the covenantal relationship of marriage with my willful choice. With the invisible God, I make a covenant in the public. So it is my choice. It is not because of any other attractions or sudden emotions. So this is the love we need to have in husband and wife relations. This is the love we see in the 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Usually we read it in matrimony services. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, it is full about love. Love is always giving. And this is the love shown on the cross through Jesus Christ. Here we should not be disappointed if our will not happens in this relation. We may not have our own choices in this love relationship. We may have to sacrifice many things with our own interest for a successful family life. Are you ready to sacrifice your own choices for a successful marriage life? If you are able to do, I can say you are exercising the agape love in your married life. Wife and husband relations is like the relations of a Christ and his church. Friends, you read when you get time Ephesians chapter 5 and also read 6. In the case of loving, Christ is the model for a husband. And in the case of obeying and submitting, church is the model for a wife. Dear friends, let us exercise the agape love in our day-to-day life and in our relationship of married life. Let God help you to express the agape love in family relation with sacrifice, care and obedience and self-denial, so that you will feel your family as a heaven or your family as a paradise in this earth. You need all other love which I mentioned, which is eros, phileos, storge. But all this come to the culmination point. It is on agape love, which Jesus Christ shown on the cross, the love to the whole world. So let me conclude here. Let us make our family life a successful one through exercising agape love each and every time in our relationship. Once again, God bless you. If you are hearing this video for the first time, I remind once again, please subscribe my YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. So again, we will come with the continuing topic of this successful family life next time. Till then, bye.